young Enrique, speaking at AKA. She's an alpha, but not around your boys.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. We'll see Baker Mayfield. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Broncos and the Colts on EA Sports.
As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Joined by Brock Hewitt up here in the booth, I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, normally teams get an advantage after their bye week, right? Coming in better rested than their opponents, but that's not the case here. Both of these teams had last week off, so a level playing field today.
Yeah, there's an edge to be had. It's in who made better use of their time away from the Sunday spotlight. How did each team recover, but also keep themselves sharp in their week away? And who had better preparation? We know that's where the separation will come from.
Young Kwaku has it all teed up. And off we go from Denver. Starting from the 5. Returns looking good so far. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So out come the Colts for their first offensive possession. They're led out by a motivated player coming off an injury, one of the game's great young QBs, Joe Burrow.
As you take the field coming off of a real late season bye, you just want to maximize what last week was all about. Making sure that physically, mentally, emotionally, you're recharged so you can go attack the final stretch of this season.
Burrow's first play going to the air. Escapes the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. First down, Burrow to throw. That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. And this goes across midfield and into Broncos territory. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 48. And this one won't be caught, but we got a flag here. Looked like there may have been some early contact before that throw arrived. And it's as we expected, partner. We call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give them that first down. They'll run here following the penalty. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You call that first down running play, you don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
On first down, here's Burrow. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Target that time, Jaden Reed. And it's going to be 2nd down. Komet brings it in. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Brandon Jones up for the stop. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. He's on the move. He's running for it. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Now that's a situation, may have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunk of yards, but still some work to do to get that first down.
Looks like they will indeed try it, 4th and 2. Trying for it with Burrow. He finds him beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. That throw finds Komet. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
Small pass, big result. This dude is just a juggernaut with the football, and once he gets rolling, it gets tougher and tougher and tougher to stop him from playing add-on with those yards.
This is Henry on second. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Burrow from the gun. And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Gay with the point after. And the Colts will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So we'll see the Broncos offense now for the first time. They're led out by the 7th-year pro, comeback player of the year contender last season in Baker Mayfield.
And he doesn't have the advantage he usually does coming off a bye week. Both these teams came in here well-rested after a Sunday away. Of course, that means an extra week of prep work for this defense, too. So he's got his work cut out for him to find ways to attack them today.
He puts some power on a deep one left. His first throw is an interception. Picked off by Tre'Davious White. And the Colts take possession of the football. What a call for their first pass of the game. It would have been a big hitter if they completed it, Brock, but just not the right touch on that football, and it ends with an interception.
You could just tell these cover guys, they've been waiting for their first chance to go get some work done in this one. They did their homework, number 1, and number 2, Kate, as Russell Wilson loves to say, the separation was in the preparation.
The Colts and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And it's been impossible to contain this guy as both a passer and a runner all season. Late in the year, look, he's the leader among quarterbacks in rushing yards. 1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Reed's got it. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. Now, after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. 2nd and 3 now. A give right side to Henry. Breaks the tackle, still going. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. They get an even 10 on that play. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down. Burrow out of the shotgun. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. So that brings up 2nd down. Looking to throw, Burrow. Hits him on the in route. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Sent to the ground by Khalil Mack. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Burrow back to throw. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. He saw exactly what the coverage wanted him to see. They ended up baiting him into that throw, and it's not only picked off, Brock, but returned for a touchdown, too.
Yeah, the good defenses in this league are trying to do that every single play, trying to deceive the quarterback. Make him look like he's seeing one thing, but in reality, got somebody waiting there to spring on the throw and start that return back for a touchdown.
Young Hui Koo on for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Broncos tie this game 7-7. A quick chance. That tackle made by Blake Cashman. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's Burrow. He finds McConkey. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Burrow to the air now. Flush down out to his left. Now here he goes. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
Out of the gun, Henry. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice that doesn't end up getting an offensive first down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
On second down, here's Henry again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Third and just 2 to go. Burrow throwing out of the pistol. That's caught for the first. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
And the Colts first down.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Defense showing blitz. Burrow toward the sideline and caught by Reed. And he's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. Throwing is Burrow. And he must have overlooked the linebacker there because he was right in the way to swat it away and bring out the incompletion. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. To throw again, it's Burrow. He has the first over the middle. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one gains 7. And it'll be first down, Colts.
First down, Colts.
From the gun, a run for Henry. And he's brought down for a loss. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Play action now. Burrow. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Now Burrow. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. That's Carlton Davis. And the Broncos possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Well, how quickly things can change. They were looking so good just a couple of plays ago, and suddenly, not anymore. A red zone look comes up empty with that interception.
I think the pressure got to him there, Kate. And I don't even mean all those pass rushers, although they were certainly coming too. I mean the pressure of being 3rd down in the red zone. That's where you got to slow yourself down as a quarterback and know you've got to simply protect the football.
Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 21. That's complete. Here's Brown. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. They've got first down from the 31. Baker now. This has been a trend, yet another interception. Drew Tranquil with the pick. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. He missed the linebacker lurking, or he thought he could challenge him there and win. A 6-point mistake, Brock, either way.
Do you know, Kate, that you use that word as a verb, and quarterbacks, when we look at coverages, we use it as a noun. He's a lurker. You said he was lurking, and he was. And if you're not aware of that lurker, that free defender who's got eyes on you, well, they can make you pay just as he did.
Gay to add the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Colts take the lead here, 14-7 in the first.
Broncos 7.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. Fielded at the 7. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Broncos and Baker Mayfield ready for this next possession. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick six. Need short memories here as they head back out. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They go right back to Etienne. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Now might be a good spot to remind everybody, about for the 1000th time, how much better athletes these D tackles are today, Kate. A decade or two ago, they just ate up space. Now, they eat up running back.
Oh, he's in trouble, and he'll go down. The Colts got him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Whatever could go wrong for him so far certainly has. And so many times when we see a QB throw an interception early, it just starts to get in your head. That little seed of doubt, that little thought that you got to flush of, oh, what's going to happen next? Because then you hold the ball, and you hold the ball in this league, and you get sacked.
Broncos looking at a punt on 4th down, and Riley Dixon on to handle that. Has it at the 37. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Colts and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. And among his touchdowns out of the backfield this season, this one is notable. On that last drive, he hit a benchmark that he's been pushing for. First down, Burrow to throw. Gets this to McConkey. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Neither side separating much so far. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Colts have the football. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Burrow. That's Reed on the slant. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. 2nd and 3 now. From the 28. He'll get this to Henry. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
On 1st down, here's Burrow. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow again. Has him on the quick hitter. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. So now here's 3rd and 5. Burrow from the gun. Drop. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Hey, that's not an easy thing to do, Kate. Not against quarterbacks in the red zone offenses in this league.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 29.
They'll come up 1st and 10.
That's good for a Denver Broncos.
Mayfield to throw again. Throwing the out route complete. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Baker throwing again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Now Mayfield. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
I know quarterbacks get paid a lot of money and a lot of glamour in this league, but today, well, this is a tough day for this QB. He's taking a beating. And whether it means changing up some of the blocking schemes, maybe mixing in a little bit of run, or heck, this quarterback getting the ball out of his hand more quickly, he's got to start protecting himself.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Here's Mayfield. Moore's got it. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do them through the offseason, do them through training camp, you do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force 4th downs just as they did.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that lowers the lead to 21.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. On 1st and 10, it's Henry. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Another run for Henry. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the 1st down that comes with it.
A 5-yard gain on the play.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning here at Mile High. The Colts pushing for a score before the break. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Throwing is Burrow. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Now Burrow. Caught, nice gain left side. It's an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
Gay to add the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Colts grow their lead yet again.
38, Broncos 10. Matt Gay to kick off.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Here's Smith on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Denver ready for another offensive possession. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's Baker. Able to get it to Franklin. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Baker now. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
That's another Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10.
Mayfield now from the gun. Escapes out, and this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Okay. Can I be honest with you? I'm just starting to feel bad for this quarterback and his family because he is just taking a beating before our eyes.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down.
Are you kidding me? Really? Are you kidding me?
Another try following the sack. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Tre'Davious White there on the stop. Denver calls the 2nd of its 3 timeouts. Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He has the 1st over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. A 27-yard look here. The kick by Lutz is good, and that lowers the gap to 25 points.
I know, you always want to finish drives in the end zone, but no matter what, the important thing is they end in some kind of points, and that's mission accomplished there.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he could not break beyond the line, so that's how our half's going to end. We've reached halftime. The Colts on the road and enjoying a nice little lead here. Now we'll send things over to Orlando, Florida. Jonathan Coachman on standby, ready to deliver the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the 3rd quarter. Here's Smith on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Denver set to take the field on offense. And the open lanes, the beautiful windows that he no doubt dreamt about before this game, Brock, well, they just haven't been there. It's almost like the defense challenged itself between the pass rush and the secondary. Who could make more big plays here?
Yeah, you're talking about the difference between the practice field and then the reality of this game. Sacks, interceptions. And while we won't be the final judge on which area this defense has been the biggest winner, we do know who the loser's been, the quarterback, who's had to deal with an excellent defensive showing. That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down and ready to turn it into a negative.
Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. Trying again, following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there, and there's...
And they pick him off again! Cooper to Gene in to pick it off. And the Colts have it as he records the first interception of his young career.
I don't know how many you could have next to you, Kate, that have been in this spot before, okay? I have thrown 5 interceptions in the game, and it happened to be our rivalry game back in college. It was one of the most humbling, horrific experiences of my life. Please, Coach, take this player out. We do not need to see another interception added to his ledger.
The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Henry running left. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Henry running to the left. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard gain, and things looking a whole lot better now. 3rd and 3 upcoming. Burrow throwing out of the pistol. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And the Colts get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please, for the love of God, take this man out.
The Indianapolis offense ready to take another swing at it. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
1st down, Burrow to throw. Throwing the out route complete. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They give to Henry on the inside handoff. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. 3rd down, Broncos loading up that secondary. They're in the dime here. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Complete beyond the marker. He has the Indianapolis touchdown. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
Gay to add the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Colts continue adding on to that lead.
Broncos 16.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff.
Kickoff for the Colts.
Here's Smith on the return. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
The Broncos take
The offense getting set to go. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. First down, here's Baker. Dumped off to his running back.
This is one of those plays, Kate. I could just hear defensive buzzwords. Pursue, effort, run him down. Just a total effort defensively to knock that running back right out of bounds and put a negative yardage mark on the stat sheet.
Short pass brought in. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. That play good for 17 and a first down.
That's good for Broncos. First down. First and 10.
From the gun, ETN gets it. And a little space is all he needed to reach that 35-yard line. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Mayfield now from the gun. ETN on the catch. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Brought down by
That's why you often see some mix, some high percentage pass plays on 1st and 10. You got to keep a defense honest. They're always looking for a run in that situation, a chance to stack them up for 2nd and long.
Here's 2nd and 11. Short pass caught by his tight end. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. From the gun, Mayfield. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they're left with 4th and short. A familiar sight in this contest, Bronk. He's out there again for another field goal try. It's a 38-yarder from the left hash. The kick by Lutz is good. And Brock, I'd say that's more of a moral victory than something that's really going to affect the deficit much.
You know, you look at that 3rd down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. The visitors, and this running back headed back out for a new series. First and 10 now from the 30. The drive begins with Henry. And this one does not go far. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
They run it with King Henry. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Burrow from the gun. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
I think you're seeing why they like this guy in coverage, man. He reacts well to throws and is so adept in breaking up passes right through contact or before they ever reach the target.
And oh, just a hair too much on that kick. The punt lands in the end zone. They brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to extra point instead. Mayfield on 1st and 10. Moore's got it. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Quite the start to that drive, huh? The first play sets him up now at the 38. Mayfield will look to throw. Finds him over the middle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
At the 46-yard line.
From the 46. Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Baker throwing again. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Mayfield to throw again. Bails out of the pocket quick. Steps up and he's running with it. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. They're now set for 1st and 10.
That's another Denver Broncos.
Play fake, it's Mayfield. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
This defense has been trying like mad to do anything to disrupt the rhythm, get the QB off his spot. It's got to be a massive relief to see their efforts paid off on that play.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Broncos just want to get out of here with how this one is gone. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Another try following the sack. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he gets this forward to the 19. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. From the pocket. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with a quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
A 39-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that kick a 10th of what the lead stands at now, 30 points.
Boy, that's a familiar path he's taken here. Now the 5th time he's run out and gotten the job done. I know. You'd rather have him be PATs, but it's been nice having that reliable leg to turn to all game long.
Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The visitors back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. A give right side to Henry. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. So it's the Colts who come away with a win on the road. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Colts are winners, as we'll see you next time from Denver.